Okay, so in the Unit 9 exam, the short answer number 18, we see another one of these inventory situations looking at the FIFO, LIFO, and weighted average cost methods. So in this situation, we have Windsurfwear sells suits. On January 2nd, there were 21 suits in inventory at a total cost of $4,809. Then at the end of the year, there were 48 suits left in ending inventory. So this table here shows us the beginning inventory we had on January 2nd was carried over from the previous year, was 21 suits, purchased at $229 a suit, and then the following purchases that they made throughout the year. So I put this table together for you to kind of just give you the totals, and so we can see that we had 65 suits available. And we can do some quick math here when we see that there were 48 suits left. We started with 65, so that tells us we made 17 sales throughout the year. And then we have our total cost of inventory is $15,341. And what's going to be different about with this problem compared to our previous assignment with these different methods is now we're working with specific dates that these purchases were made. So that's going to influence our methods here a little bit. And I also listed out the methods. You will find them just kind of listed here below instead of each on their own tab. So I'll help you out here with the FIFO method. So in the FIFO method, we need to determine what chunk we're taking those 17 suits out of. So again, with the first in, first out, we want whatever suits we purchase first to be going out first. So all of those suits can actually come out of our beginning inventory. So you need to copy down the dates and the suits of each, the beginning inventory and our purchases, and what's going to be left of our beginning inventory needs to go here in this cell. And then the cost per unit and the total then for each, the suits times the cost per unit to get your total then for each of those. Okay, and then that'll be the total cost of ending inventory using the FIFO method. Then with the last in, first out method, again, that tells us that we want to ship out the items that we got in last. So if we one suit was purchased on July 27th. So at that point, we had this many suits available. So if we're sending out a suit that was purchased on July 27th, we're going to take that from this July 27th purchases group. Okay? So then that would leave us then with 11 suits left. And then we had 10 that were purchased on September 27th. So we can actually take all of those from our September 27th purchase. And again, they kind of set it up the same way with both of these last purchases. So we can take all 6 of those from the November 29th purchase. So then you need to copy down the amounts that you have left with all of these down into your last in, first out method. And then with the weighted average cost, again, we're just finding the average cost per suit and taking that times the amount that we have left over to find the weighted average cost of ending inventory. So if you need a refresher on that, you might want to open up your past assignment. And then we need to, once we have all of those totals, we need to copy those into this ending inventory row for each of the methods. And we need to find the cost of merchandise sold. So we're going to have our purchases available for resale. So that was this amount way up here for with our table. This is the amount of purchases available for resale. And then so that amount will go in this row, and then you need to subtract out your ending inventory amounts that you calculated to find the cost of merchandise sold using each method. So that's number 18 of your exam. Number 19, we're doing another one of those problems finding the interest and the maturity value and maturity date for these accounts or these notes payable and notes receivable. So again, you should refer back to your old assignment that has the formula for how to calculate your interest and your maturity value, and also for your maturity date. So don't be afraid to refer back to those old assignments in order to kind of jog your memory on how to work those equations. So then for short answer number 20, and this one we're looking again at depreciation. So this is a little different than our depreciation assignment that we did earlier. So I wrote out these different equations for you. But what you're going to do is you're going to, like in this first table, you're finding out the amount to be depreciated. So I have that equation up here for you. So refer to the table to get those amounts. And same with this next table, we're calculating annual depreciation expense using the straight line method. And then this last table, we are calculating annual depreciation expense for the first year. So as you can see by the months owned, you're just calculating how much is depreciated so far that first year. So you will be using this equation here. So I have all of those equations laid out for you. So that should be pretty self-explanatory after that. If you have any other questions regarding these, you can contact me and let me know.